So I'm really happy that we had a presentation from Easy, because the last time I used graphical user, or I made a graphical user interface was 5 years ago, and it looks like this. My brother was studying Sanskrit, and he needed a tool to write the weird characters.
Wow.
So I made a tool like this. It's written in PySide, which is a binding for Qt for Python. There's also another binding which is called PyQt, and it has the exact same syntax. The only thing you do is import from PyQt4 instead of PySide. And the licenses as well. So, how does a program like this work? You load a user interface file, just like from the Blade.
Can you please increase font size a little bit?
Okay, okay.
19 is okay.
So this is, load the UF file from a file. Then you have to get references to your widgets here. This one, and then you connect a function or method to a signal. So this text edited signal is emitted every time I change something in this text box, and it invokes this from KBD method, which is text for the other two text boxes. Nothing too exotic. And then the main file looks like this. You have to have an application, which is like a global singleton object that makes everything work. Then you make the dialog, which is this class. Then you show it. You have to have a reference to it, because if you just did this, the Python object for the dialog will go away, it will be garbage collected, and the application will freeze. And then you call the main loop. That's it. That's how you do GUI programming in PySide.
How come that the exec has the weird
Because exec is a written word in Python. It's a command, so you can't name files.
It's better to write an exec.
And that calls the main loop. If you don't call the main loop, then it just flashes the main loop. The interface creator is very similar to Blade.
It's better.
It is much better.
Yeah, much better.
It is much better.
It's cute.
If you actually want to do a custom widget here, then you can promote a normal widget. So the interface designer thinks it's a normal text box, but in the code it generates, it calls a different constructor. So everything it has in common with the text box you can set up here, and everything else just doing
Question. Is GUI itself C++ GUI, or is it special Python GUI of Qt Creator?
This is normal Qt Creator.
It's
I just installed it today.
The other buttons like collecting slots and other doesn't work on Python?
It does work.
Works also.
Yeah.
Those are bindings.
The bindings
And the format
work.
is common to all the Python and C++.
And there's a UI compiler for Python that makes a Python file out of the somehow. And Python cannot also do it dynamically.
And creating functions for from button to function, did the creator create automatically functions for you also for Python, or?
I'm not sure.
There is a concept of slot.
Yeah,
which you
I
connect signals.
know Qt for C++.
Yes.
I'm only wondering.
It's the same here. you define a function and connect it to a slot.
And these
And
function
do something.
defines are defined automatically from
Now you
creator.
have to write it.
You have to write it. Because in C++, everything you need to do is go to slot,
In
create
C++,
slot.
this piece of code is written for you.
Yeah. And automatically connect it. You don't have to connect
Yeah,
this
yeah.
method to.
And this is also written,
Yeah, it's
for you,
only two pieces.
but that's also written for you in Python. Yeah, the function names, as you can see, are table case, and it doesn't use attributes. It has syntax and text as a function. This is a getter. So it's not very Python.
I have a question.
But you can use the C++ documentation, and it is very similar.
The tool generates code.
Which tool?
The graphical
There's a separate tool that this tool generates an XML file.
XML
And then
also.
there's a separate tool that compiles the XML file to a Python file. Or you can just load it like this.
Because in for example, C#, the Visual Studio, it generates code, but it says don't touch this code.
You can now generate
This-
C++ errors.
I don't know if I haven't prepared this, so I
But what you have to do.
I don't have the tool here. But it also generates a file that says don't touch this. Then you import it and some classes that pass that it gives you. Otherwise, as I was listening to the PTK presentation, Qt is very, very good.
Well, during the break, you were showing some kind of fancy features of Qt, like, I don't know, that you can stick the...
That's KDE.
I don't know, I'm not really big.
Qt is the library, the underlying library that you can use to create windows and buttons and stuff like that. Similar to GTK, which also does the same thing. And you can run Qt programs under KDE or GTK programs under. The other way around. You can run any program under anything. And KDE is the whole desktop environment, similar to GNOME or Unity and stuff like that. So KDE does these, or the KDE window manager does these decorations and window behavior and stuff like that. So the inside of the window is made with Qt,